Hi everyone, I would like us to look at this message that I was asked to come and talk about to everyone. The topic will be forgiveness. First of all, some of us have many sicknesses that are coming from unforgiveness. Some of us, our prayers are not being answered because we were asked to forgive before we come into prayer to God. But we are still holding on onto things that might be, let's say, 30 years, 20 years, 2 years ago, a year ago, a month ago, a week ago, an hour ago, that we are still holding on before we are trying to pray. And as the Lord said, we should forgive one another before we come to Him in prayer so that our prayers will be acceptable. So I would like us to look at a few Bible quotations that talks about forgiveness. We're going to be looking at Colossians chapter 3 verse 13. It talks about forgiving one another. Mark 11:25 also talk about forgiving one another. John 20:23 also talks about forgiving one another. Like I said earlier on, many of us have sicknesses that the doctors don't have any medications for, and we can search on Google and put in all our symptoms and everything, but yet nothing seems to work for it. Nothing seems to give us that healing that we need. So what we need to do is to search our hearts to see if we are holding on to some unforgiveness. Yes, the person that have hurt you might not ask for your forgiveness, but forgiveness is not for that person. Forgiveness is for you to be able to move on, for you not to have that extra load on your shoulders, thinking about it all the time when you see the person, or even if a similar name is being called. Forgiveness is for you to move on to the next chapter. It's for you to be healed. So the person that hurt you don't have to ask for forgiveness for you to be able to forgive. You have to forgive for your own sake. And also forgiveness, it's very hard to forgive somebody that have hurt you, somebody that have betrayed you, somebody that have hit you, somebody that might say something that costs you a lot at a job place, something that somebody might said about you that might not be true, but yet it is already said. So you can't just stand up one day and start forgiving people. It will take a lot of prayers. It will take a lot of breaking down for you to be able to forgive that person and to forgive yourself. And as God said that we need to pray for one another, we should pray for those who have hurt us. So I believe in praying for that person that will bring us healing, because you cannot pray for somebody that have hurt you. You can't pray for somebody easily that have hurt you. And then so that is why it is hard for us to forgive. But we can only take one day at a time. We can only take one at a time. Every time that you feel that pain, call that person's name, pray for them, ask God to help you to forgive them so that you'll be able to move on. Ask God to help you, to give you the grace so that you'll be able to forgive everyone that have offended you. Everyone, I mean everyone that have offended you. Some of the people, even if you see them, you don't talk to them because of that unforgiveness. Saying hi or hello to that person does not hurt. It doesn't change anything. It does not, forgiving somebody does not mean that you will be there or you will be going through the same pain again, unless you did not learn from the first lesson that the person have teach you. Then you will be that much open to get hurt again. But you are only forgiving that person for your own sake, so that whenever you stand up in prayer, God will listen to your prayers, so that that sickness, that that is on your shoulders all the time, that you have been thinking about, the sleepless nights. Nothing that nobody does for you or did to you is worth sleepless nights. So forgive one another. And on the cross, before Jesus take his last breath, he asked the Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. So we could learn a lesson from Jesus Christ that we are following, that even though the people that have crucified him, that have beaten him, that have lied on him, that have pushed him down, that have nailed him on the cross, that he's about to die, even though they did all this stuff to him and they were still doing it to him, and he knows that he's going to die, but for his own sake, for him to be able to go where he is going peacefully, to be with the Father, and to be there without holding anything against anyone, he cried out to the Father to forgive them for their sins, because they don't know what they are doing. So the person that might hurt you, the person that might be hurting you, they might not know what they are doing. So all you have to do, or all you can do for yourself and to help that person, is to pray for them. Let's pray for one another. Let's pray that God will give us the grace so that we'll be able to forgive anyone that have offended us. Thank you for listening to this short video. Share with somebody so that somebody will also get blessed. Thank you.